figured that there must be a party that everybody went to, and they didn't invite me. But okay,
5th of December, Rabbi Levitt, Daniel.
yeah. So he spoke to them, and the pasuk relates that of all of the ones that underwent the training, we don't know how many there was, but there was, I guess there was a certain number of them, but it was clear to the king that these four, they were the ones. Daniel and Hanani, Mishael, Azariah, they were the ones. They stood out from all the other ones. And so therefore, accordingly, the pasuk finishes off. So they were the ones that they were the ones to stand before the king, meaning they were the ones that was picked. And so now they're standing before the king. They're going to be the advisors, the servants, whatever. And that's so takes care of pasuk Yud Tes. The Alshik here in note 19. I'll just read this note. This is the way he puts it. He's going on the words the king spoke to them. Says the Alshik, their excellence was so apparent that merely by speaking with them, without testing them, the king was able to realize their superiority. Right? They could have, to get into, a school or whatever, you got to take this test for 3 days and 3,000 questions, and then you got to do this and do that and the other thing. The Nebuchadnezzar, he knows what he wants, and he spoke to them, and it was very clear to him that these were the ones. Okay. Now we go to pasuk Chaf. So now they are the ones.
Mm-hmm. Maybe Alan wants to.
Alan.
Yeah. Page 9.
Yes.
Page 8. You want to read the Hebrew first?
That's okay. Which one? Page 8?
But pasuk Chaf, it starts 3 words into the line. It says V'chol davar.
You test, you said.
Chaf. Pasuk Chaf.
V'chol davar.
Right.
Chachmas.
Yeah.
Binua. Asher. Bikesh. Mehem. Hamelech. By Asher. Yudas al call. Achara to Bim for Shufim Asher Bechor Malchos. So by he to Daniel Shanas So at the end of the years, after which the king had said to bring them, which he was brought them before Nebuchadnezzar, the king spoke with them, and there was not found among them anyone like Daniel, Ananiah, Michael, and Azariah. So they stood and served before the king in every manner the art of reasoning that the king asked of them. He found them 10 times better than all the necromancers and the astrologers that were in his entire kingdom. Daniel was there until the first year of Cyrus.
Okay, so what's it say in the notes on the bottom? 20?
20. Behold the bear, in every matter of the art of reasoning, he was able to recognize their superiority merely by speaking to them. because in every matter he found them 10 times better than all necromancers and astrologers, let alone their peers. To mean, necromancers translation follows Midrash Hakora, those who inquire of the bones of the dead. Show fame. The astrologers of translation here follows Midrash Hakora, the cakes, those who stress interpretation of constellations. 21. By Daniel. Daniel was there. That is, he remained in Babylonia until the first year of King Cyrus. He remained in his high position at the rock court until the first year of King Cyrus. At this time, Cyrus proclaimed throughout his kingdom that whoever is among you and your entire people, let them go up to Jerusalem. The first year of Cyrus, king of Persia, Daniel took advantage of his opportunity and went to Jerusalem.
I've got
The necromancers, the astrologers, and sorcerers of the Chaldean to tell the king's dreams. They came and stood before the king. King said to them, I have dreamt the dream.
One second. What?
Yeah.
Okay, that's it. Okay, so fine. Okay, so they're there, and for some reason this pasuk wants to tell us that Daniel was there until the first year of King Cyrus. What's that got to do with anything? I don't know. And it looks like it's just stuck there without any purpose whatsoever. Okay. Anyway, let's go on. Yeah.
maybe it's there because if anything, if we think something bad is going to happen to him, we know it's not so, because till the first year of Cyrus, at least, he'll be safe in the palace.
Okay.
Oh, there's actually a footnote that talks about Pasuk 21.
Yeah.
It says that that was his opportunity to go to Jerusalem.
Yeah, that's kind of strange also, how the king would allow him to go.
Yeah.
I've got a note here about until according to one that says that Hatak is Daniel, and he goes on about that, because that's Cyrus the first, who preceded Ahasuerus.
Yeah, right. First there was Nebuchadnezzar. Now, right. And actually, yeah, they don't tell you really anything about. They make it sound like Koresh came right after Nebuchadnezzar, but I don't think that's true either. Because if you take a look in the back of your book, in the appendix on page 3, it gives you a timeline of the Babylonian exile, and in fact, we see that Nebuchadnezzar he's the first king listed over here in Babel, Babylon in English, and after that was his son Evel Merodach, and he reigned for another 23 years. Then there was Belshazzar, who reigned for 3 years. These are all kings of Babel. And then they were, I guess, they were the ruling power of the day. But then the power went to Prasin Madai, and we have Darius the Mede, and then only after him, he was just 1 year. He defeated Belshazzar, and then we have Koresh of Prasin Madai, whose reign was for 3 years, and he was the melech before Achashverosh in the story of Purim, and he was the one that our note says that this is not in our. It's this pasuk in Ezra that he said, "Whoever's among you of his entire people, let him go up to Yerushalayim." So yeah, that's the whole story. So it was for a number of years. Yeah. Okay. As I say, it's it's first of all, it mentions it, and it doesn't explain anything. Like it, I mean, what was Daniel? Did he continue as an advisor to all of these kings, or did he become a private citizen? Maybe they had the new king. He wants his own men in. We're not told anything. All we're told that he was by Daniel, that he was there. Maybe the simple understanding means that he was there as an advisor until Koresh, Melech Koresh, King Cyrus. Just looking in the Hebrew commentators if they have anything to say about this.
I've got a note of that gives something about, and Daniel was there to explain, and the phrase "and Daniel was there."
Yeah, I see that Rashi says, "Vayhi Daniel bigdula Babel." He was there in his greatness, in his great position, I suppose, in his position of prominence in Babel, ad shnas achas leKoresh, until the first year of the reign of Koresh. B'divrei ha'omer chasach zeh Daniel. According to the opinion that holds that chasach is Daniel. The Megillah's Esther mentions somebody called Hasach. I don't think it mentions anyone named Daniel. It mentions Hasach, and the Gemara, one of the opinions in the Gemara identifies that is referring to Daniel. Because why is it they call him Hasach? Rashi asks the question that the Gemara asks. He's bringing it shechitchuhu migdulato, because it was that time when he became when the other countries' kings took over the rulership that he was fired.
About that it says Daniel was demoted, but that does not follow our verse, no matter how we identify Cyrus. Just before that it says, Rashi Megillah states that when Ahasuerus ascended the throne, Daniel was demoted. That does not follow our verse, no matter how we identify Cyrus.
What did it say?
Rashi in Megillah,
Yeah,
that when Ahasuerus went onto the throne, ascended the throne, Daniel was demoted.
right.
That does not follow our verse.
Why not?
I don't know. No matter how we identify Cyrus.
Why not? Does it explain? It's a funny thing to say without explaining.
Well, 21 says in English, and Daniel was there until the first year of King Cyrus. But that doesn't mean that he died or anything. It might mean that until the first year of King Cyrus, Daniel was there in his position, and then King Cyrus demoted him in the first year of his reign.
who demoted him He was there in his Gedula in Bavel until Koresh. Yeah, makes it sound like Koresh demoted him. I mean, it doesn't make any sense that Koresh demoted him because he wasn't a part of that kingdom's royal advisors. That was a different kingdom. Koresh was from a different country. He doesn't need to demote an advisor to a foreign country.
Did Cyrus conquer Babylon? I don't know. I should know, I suppose.
Yeah, as I say, the pasuk is very enigmatic in the fact that it brings up the whole thing all together, and then it doesn't tell you too much about what it's talking about. It's a bit of a. That's why. Okay. Rashi doesn't say clearly who it was who demoted him either. Lamanik Shmo. He just says that he was in his Gedula in Bavel until the first year of Koresh, who was not a melech in Bavel. Koresh was a melech in Pras Madai. It's a different country. That country became the ruling power of the world. They were the ones that defeated Bavel. Zehu Koresh Harishon Shalifnei Achashverosh. Okay. Sheshlichu Legov Arios. Lo Yerid Megdula Soy. Uh-huh. Okay, so this Rashi needs study. Okay. Okay. Okay, fine. It's not really part of our storyline over here in any case. Let's just continue with our storyline over here. It's sort of like the whole pasuk is like an interruption in the whole story. We're right here now that Daniel was one of the four that was chosen to be to stand before Nebuchadnezzar in Babel. So that's where we're holding right now. And now we go on with that story. This is now we finished Perek Aleph. So a round of applause for Perek Aleph. Hooray! And now we go to Perek Beis. And we go to Lud to start off Perek Beis.
Perek Beis. Let's see. Uvish Nas Shtayim L'malchus Nebuchadnezzar Chalam Nebuchadnezzar Chalamos V'tis Pa'em Rucho Ushnaso Niyeh Sa Alav.
Hmm.
So it says, in the second year of Nebuchadnezzar's reign, Nebuchadnezzar dreamt dreams. His spirit was agitated and his sleep was interrupted.
Right.
Now there's a long,
Yeah.
want me to read it? Read the footnote?
Yeah, there's a big problem with what the pasuk is saying over here. In the second year of Nebuchadnezzar's reign, it's clear that it's not the second year that he was the melech over Babel. What's it mean when it says the second year of his reign? This is Rashi goes into this over here, but we'll just take a look at what it says in the English notes. Yeah.
In the second year, this refers to the second year after the destruction of the temple. Difficulty in placing the occurrence of Nebuchadnezzar's dreams in the second year of his reign lies in the fact that Daniel interprets this dream immediately. As narrated in the previous chapter, Daniel did not stand before the king until the end of Daniel's third year of training. According to Seder Alum, this event actually occurred in Nebuchadnezzar's 21st year. Accordingly, in the second year of Nebuchadnezzar's reign means the second year of his direct reign over Judah and Jerusalem. Previously, he had ruled Judah through regents, e.g., Jehoiakim, Abravanel adds that until the year of the destruction of the temple, Nebuchadnezzar was not a king in a global scale. In that year, he also conquered many other nations, as prophesied by Yirmiyahu. Thus, in the second year of the global reign of Nebuchadnezzar.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So that takes care of what it means in the second year.
Right. It was actually the 21st year. That's a big difference.
Yeah.
Okay, dreams. The plural form, chalamos, is used instead of the singular chalom, because Nebuchadnezzar's dream was composed of many different parts, each having its own meaning, e.g., a head of gold, the breast and arms of silver, the stone that was thrown at the statue. This one dream is considered to contain many dreams.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
His spirit was agitated, literally, and his spirit pounded itself. That is, he was frightened and disquieted. This signified to Nebuchadnezzar that this was not an idle dream, but a premonition of things to come. Was interrupted. The translation follows Rashi and Ibn Ezra, citing Ezekiel.
Okay.
Interrupted. How was it interrupted? Who, what? We're not told, are we?
His sleep was interrupted, it says.
By what? We're not told.
By a dream.
Oh, his sleep was interrupted. I thought the dream was interrupted. Sorry. Hmm.
Just looking at Rashi, Shanoso Niyasa Olav. The language of the pasuk is also subject to interpretation. Our scroll is rendering it as it was interrupted. And they say that translation follows Rashi. I'm looking at Rashi myself, And Rashi says, Niyasa alav lashon shivron. And then he quotes a companion pasuk in Yecheskel. Shivron sounds to me like it was not just that it was interrupted, but it was it's a language of shever, of breakage. It's like his sleep was broken up. And the way the Mitzudas David interprets it, the Asalav, he says, Hashena nichrasa me'alav. His sleeping was cut off from him. Below haya yachol lishon od, and he wasn't able to sleep anymore. Oh, so I mean, meaning not as a result of this dream that he dreamt. So it sounds like he wasn't able to go back to sleep after this dream. Okay. So now we go to the next pasuk. Roy, you want to take over the reading? Pasuk base, Perik base.
Vayomer Hamelech Likro Lechatumim Velo Shofan Velo Shopim Velam Chashpim Velak Kashdim Lahagid Lamelech Halamosov Vayovu Midu Lifnei Hamelech. Good, so I made a mess of it. And the king commanded to summon the necromancers, the astrologers, the sorcerers, and the Chaldeans, to tell the king his dreams. And they came and stood before the king.
Oh, interesting. He didn't call, even though he said that the pasuk testifies that he found the Daniel and the others to be superior to his own advisors. When he has this problematic dream, who does he call? He calls his own guys. Doesn't call Daniel. Okay.
Yeah, because these were that was their job. These people.
Okay. Let's see what. So you're already answering my question. Let's take a look to see what we got here in the in note 2. Maybe they're going to address the question. Want to read the notes on pasuk 2?
I've got that. No, I've got a different note.
Oh, you don't have this. Okay.
If you want. But, I've got necromancers. Ibn Ezra and Masuda David define this word as wise men who know the origin of dreams and how the soul perceives them. The astrologers, the Hebrew, are Shifin. Ibn Ezra and Masuda David interpret astrologers as physicians who diagnose illnesses by feeling the pulse and examining the urine. They can thereby detect changes in the body, since most dreams are the result of physical conditions. And the sorcerers, these are those who ostensibly change natural occurrences according to the stars. they can interpret dreams according to the stars. Well, again, Ibn Ezra Masud David. And the Chaldeans, they too foretell the future of anyone whose birth date they know. Since they knew Nebuchadnezzar's birth date, they should have been able to know his dream. And that was Ibn Ezra Masud David. So that's why these people were chosen.
Well, it just says what their position is. It doesn't say why they were chosen.
Because that was their job to do. I think Daniel had a different area of responsibility.
Okay, let's take a look at what we got here in our Sefer. Looks like he's addressing the question. For the king felt that his team of wizards, all claiming knowledge of the future through their different powers, should surely be able to relate to him the content of his dream. Their inability to do so proved to the king that their whole art was built upon deceit, for which he ordered them executed. Okay, I guess we're going to see that later on. But the verse does not mention whether Daniel and his companions were called to the king. Daniel's question to Arioch in verse 15, which we didn't see yet, it seems that Daniel did not even know what Nebuchadnezzar had requested of the sages.
Mm-hmm. I would imagine that Hashem organized that to point out to forcibly point out to Nebuchadnezzar the worth of Daniel and the charlatan nature of his other people.
Okay, so he continues. This is just the art scroll speaking over here. You don't quote any commentator that's saying this. And they say it seems strange that he didn't choose Daniel because the king had tested Daniel and his friends and found them 10 times better than all the necromancers. Oh, so now he brings the Alshich. The Alshich advances two possible reasons. The king called only those sages who had already proven themselves by experience. Daniel and his companions, in spite of their demonstrated brilliance, lacked practical experience. So he's going with the more experienced people, even though and these people and Daniel, they were less than 20 years old. Because we said that they were taken when they were 13. They were in their examination period of training period for 3 years, and then they stood before the king. So they're less than 20 years old for sure. So they don't have so much experience. So we wanted to go with the more experienced advisors. That's one reason that he advances. And in addition to that, so this maybe is what Roy is saying. Also, Daniel and his companions had demonstrated their superiority only in matters of chachma, the art of reasoning, which would be of no use in telling the king his forgotten dream. To talk about a dream needs a certain type of okay, so now we're up to Pasuk Gimel. Alan,
Yeah.
page 10, Pasuk Gimel. It's the second line from the top in the middle of the line.
One page. Page 10.
Right?
Page 10, second line.
Oh, the Hebrew?
Yeah,
Vayomer Lahem, right?
yeah.
Vayomer Lahem, Hamelech Chalom, Cholom T, but T por Im, Ruchi, La
Oh, you know, it's very late.
Lodas,
Okay.
Es Halalom. That's Gimel. The king said to them, I dreamt the dream, and my spirit agitated to know the dream.
Yeah, I see it's already 11:42. We lost track of the time over here. We got a late start. So, okay. We'll be back and we will give it another try, Baba Messiah, see what we can do.
Thank you, Rabbi.
Okay.
See you shortly. If you want to sell something to